What is going on, everyone? Kevin here, doing another 8-4 Gatecrash draft for channel Manaleak. Anyone who's watched my videos knows, or probably played the set quite a bit knows, I absolutely love Clan Defiance. Had a discussion with someone the other day saying I think this is the best rare in the set. Not if you include Mythics, probably. This card is so often just a 3-for-1, absolute blowout. Love me some Clan Defiance. So, almost certainly going to take that. In fact, certainly going to take that. Plus, I find that Gruul seems to be underdrafted most of the time. But anyways, Wasteland Viper is pretty good. I don't think that'll get back to us, but I would love to run it. Adaptive Snapjaw might get back to us. It's okay. Bomber Core, I don't really want to play in this deck, but it is a creature. Massive Raid's good if you have lots of creatures, which we may or may not. I'd be happy to play it probably, though. And Croconura is my second favorite card in this pack, but it will definitely not get back to us. It'd be tough between... I actually like Wasteland Viper a lot, but I'd take the Croconura. But Clan Defiance is the pick. Alright. So the rare's taken out. So, again, rare taken doesn't really tell us a lot about what this person is to our right. But this pack has a lot of good cards. Arrows of Justice is pretty good. It's, removal. I'll probably take that because I do want to play the Clan Defiance if possible. I like to stay open as long as possible, but this card is good enough that I don't love anything in this pack a ton more than it. Other good cards in this pack, though. Elusive Krasis is very good for Simic. Knight of Obligation is pretty good in Orzhov. It does have the worst flavor text, I think, in the set. It's just not good. I don't know how this card doesn't have something to do with the only thing certain being death and taxes. Something along those lines. But anyway, Knight of Obligation. Good, but not what we're going to take here. Smite good. Assault Griffin good. Arrows of Justice going in the pack. Going in the deck. Okay, here, missing an uncommon and a rare. There are some good cards still in this pack. A Daring Skyjack is very good in a Boros deck. Frilled Oculus is good in a Simic deck, so it doesn't look like either of the two people to our right are probably Simic. Not that this is a bomb or anything, but it's pretty good. Hands of Binding also pretty good in a Simic deck with flyers or any kind of evasion. Executioner Swing's okay. I do like one Active Treason in my deck, but I'm going to take the Scab Clan Charger here. It's close enough to the best card in the pack for me. Daring Skyjack is probably actually a better card, but it depends on how aggressive you are. If you have a lot of aggressive creatures, the Skyjack is better. If you're running a Gruul type deck, the 2/4 with Blood Rush is better. I'm going to stick with the plan and take the Scab Clan Charger here. Daring Skyjack might be a hair better. Okay, well... Kingpin's Pet 4, that's pretty late, I would say, for a Kingpin's Pet. Most people would probably have taken that for Orzhov by now. With that being said, the rest of this pack is almost completely red and green. There's a Leyline Phantom, which is good, a Rapid Hybridization, which is pretty good, and a Clinging in Enemies, which is eh. But none of those want to make me jump into Simic right now. I actually like Ripscale Predator quite a bit in Gruul, and I would play the Scorchwalker, but I'm going to take the Pit Fight here. I do only have one creature, but right now this will give me 3 removal spells, which is fine. I can pick up some red and green guys later. People don't seem to like to play the Ripscale Predators. Everyone thinks the set's so fast they have to play 2 and 3 drops only, but if this wheels back to me, I'll be pretty happy. But I'm taking the Pit Fight here. Well, maybe Orzhov is open. There's a pick 5 Basilicus creature. Would be pretty late, I would say. The Angelic Edict's pretty good in an Orzhov deck. Too slow, but it removes almost anything. But there are lots of good cards for me. There's Disciple of the Old Ways, a very good Gruul card. 2/2 First Strike's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty good Gruul card. I actually like my Gruul decks to be a little beefier. I'm almost certainly going to take the Zertos Wine here. 5/4 with a good Blood Rush for only 3. I do need some creatures. Plus, this will keep my curve at 1, 2, or 2, 3, 4, 5 X, which obviously means nothing, but it will look cool. I'd be happy if any of these 3 cards came back. Alright, again, Simic does look pretty open, although this is probably my least favorite of the guild mages, at least in this set. If you have a ton of evolve guys, it's pretty good. Or if you can last long enough that you can use all of his ability, you can pay 2 and cast a guy, it's pretty good. But for us, probably just going to take the Gruul Guildgate. Nothing in here is that amazing other than the Guild Mage, which, like I said, is probably my least favorite Guild Mage, but it is by far the best card in the pack. Dutiful Thrall is okay on Orzhov to clog up the ground, but I'll take the Fixing here. It's a card I can play. Oh my goodness. So, it feels like Orzhov's open and you see Basilica Screecher pick 5, and then you get to pick 7 and you have a Pit Fight and a Slaughterhorn. And I wouldn't even mind playing a Burst of Strength. This card's okay. It's going to be a tough choice for me between the Slaughterhorn and the Pit Fight. I kind of want to just snap up the Pit Fight, but I do only have 2 creatures. It is only pack 1, pick 7. Removal obviously is generally a better thing than a creature. At the same time, its Blood Rushes only cost 1, so it's kind of like removal if you use it to remove a guy. I like Slaughterhorn, but you know what? I can't pass up 2 Pit Fights. Not at this point. If this was pack 3 and we relied on creatures, I would take the Slaughterhorn. But for now, we've got a pretty good start to a Gruul deck here. We just need to snap up some creatures. If you've watched any of my other drafts, when I end up in Gruul, I actually like Ruination Worm. You'll see him come pretty late because he's a beefy, stupid guy for 6 mana. Most people want to be pretty quick. I wouldn't mind playing the Spire Tracer either, but I'd want to put like a Madcap Skills or something on it to make it very tough to deal with. I'm going to take the Ruination Worm. The other cards in the pack that are okay, the black cards are okay. Aerial Maneuver's fine, but look at my curve. 2s, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're getting there. Okay, so had to happen sooner or later. Here's a pack with no cards for us. None of our cards wheeled from the Clan Defiance pack. That's not surprising. There was a Croconora in there. The Snapjaw isn't a great. I was kind of hoping it would come back, but for us, I think I'm just going to take the Hands of Binding. It's the most annoying card to play against. Oh, wow. Okay, so clearly Simic is open because Shamble Shark pick 10 is, that's something for sure. But let's see. Let's take the Assault Griffin. The Gruul deck has some difficulty with flyers, so if I'm going to hate a card, I prefer to hate a card that's going to probably give me problems. I mean, I do have removal and stuff, but... Okay, so at the end of pack 1, we are going to be very light on creatures. Not going to play any of these, likely. Nor any of those. Okay, so the pack started out pretty strong, and then it dried up, but to be fair, all the cards that came around late were crappy for everyone, not just for us. So, maybe this deck would be better with a Slaughterhorn instead of a Pit Fight at this point. Sacred Foundry. I think that is worth about 6, I think. Let's take a peek. 4 to 5? That's not nothing. Okay, this guy's selling a Sacred Foundry for 375. So, okay, I can pass on that. I can live with passing 375, I think. Probably for a Madcap Skills in a deck with no creatures. Lots of good black cards. Basilica Screecher, Balustrade Spy, Death Cult Rogue, Death's Approach, Killing Glare. Like, all the good cards in here are black, or this one's obviously black and blue. For me, the only card I would even consider playing is the Madcap Skills. With 3 creatures, it's not going to be great. So do I want to just rare draft the Sacred Foundry? I can make some excuse up like I might splash white, which I could. But, you know, I'm going to take the Sacred Foundry. It is a bit of a rare draft. Here, Alms Beast is very good. Clearly not anywhere near something we could play. As is Syndic of Tithes. Really not a lot of good red-green cards in here. I do love Croconura, and that's what I'm going to take. It does look like maybe I didn't really want to switch to Simic, but I guess I could have done so and maybe made a pretty good Simic deck. Croconura and Nimbus Swim were both working there, obviously. The 10th pick Shamble Shark means that almost certainly no one is playing Simic unless it's someone just to our left who took something else. But anyways, we're going to take the Croconura here. Okay, well now we have some options. Scab Clan Charger's good. Ivy Lane Denizen's good. How many green creatures do I have? I have 4. I do like Ivy Lane Denizen. I like Madcap Skills a lot, but I think with 4 creatures, and that's kind of why I was okay rare drafting the Sacred Foundry. I mean, 4 tickets is 4 tickets, whatever. 350, whatever. But Madcap Skills is good if I have a lot of creatures, which right now I don't. So, but they are mostly green. I'm going to take the Ivy Lane Denizen, and, well, nothing's probably going to come back for us, but... Again, if we were playing Simic, I'd probably take the Mind Eye Drake. That's the best card here. Night Watch is alright. Naturalize, of course, is just Naturalize. I'll take the Green Side Watcher. I have 1 gate. I have an Ivy Lane Denizen, and try to slow it down a little bit. Here the pick for me is between the Gruul Keyrune and the Spire Tracer. I've actually liked Spire Tracer more than I expected to, but at the same time, I mean, it's actually not bad because even though it's just 1/1, the evasion's pretty good, but eventually you can put a big Xertos Swine on it and just swing in unblockable for like 6. So the 1/1 itself isn't what's good about this card. It's the fact that it's hard to block, and then you can Blood Rush it. But with that being said, I'm going to take the Gruul Keyrune. There will be more of those to go around later. Probably. Spire Tracers, I'm not too worried about playing Spire Tracer. It's fine, like I played as my 23rd card, but I'm not trying to pick it up early. Excuse me. Here the Dustmantle Gilmage is pretty good. Smite is obviously very good. So apparently coming this direction, white is probably pretty open, or maybe it's a Boros deck that doesn't want to run a Smite. For us, it's Verdant Haven or Active Treason. Right now, we don't have a ton of high drops, and it doesn't look like we're going to play a 3rd color at all, so I'm just going to take the Active Treason. I do like to run it. Well, here's a pack for us. My goodness. I wonder if I can make a deal with the rest of the table that I just keep this pack, and they can pick out the rest of the cards out of the rest of the packs in pack 2. Wow. I would happily take a Madcap Skills. Again, at 6 creatures, I think I have to pass on that. Scorchwalker is out. Verdant Haven's out, so it's between these 3. I like the Shanktail quite a bit. Let's see, how many green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green creatures. I would love to play the Ivy Lane Denizen, but I think the Swine is just too good. I don't want to play any of these cards, and none of these cards are really that bad for us. I'll take the Forced Adaptation in case we end up short on playables. I can run it begrudgingly. If you watched my last draft, Becking an Apparition actually wrecked me, so I'm going to take it out here. I'm sure it wrecked me once, so go ahead and cut it. I still look, I look very solid red-green. I don't have any super strong splash cards, except for my rare draft, which, it is what it is. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm going to pull out a Totally Lost. All these cards are pretty bad. I guess the Simic Keyrune's the best. Alright. Pick up a Spell Rupture is not bad actually either in a Simic deck, although I don't see many people run it. I'll pick up a Naturalize for the sideboard. You never know. You never know. So I definitely got good removal. Good removal. Got strong cards. I would say the power level of these cards is strong, but definitely need creatures. At 7 creatures. And completely missed. Remrite sucks. Sapphire Drake's really good in a Simic deck, so I guess we could have had a pretty sick Simic deck, but we didn't, and we don't. I like Bane Alley Broker too. It's slow, but it's really good. Demir Charm, good. Angelic Edict, good. Burst of Strength is not something I want to pick one, but it's the only card I can really play. I don't want to play I don't need Prophetic Prism at all. Again, a Shamble Shark. So if someone decided to go Simic, they probably have a pretty good deck. That someone was not us, and we're going to need to pick up some playables. I think I'm going to take the Burst of Strength. 7 creatures isn't good, but it's the only card I can really play, and I think it's better than hate drafting a Sapphire Drake, so... Alright, another pack that's not super good for us. A Foundry Street Denizen isn't something I want to be playing. Spire Tracer I would take over a Foundry Street Denizen, but I'm not going to take that here either. I'm going to take another Ruination Worm. In my Gruul decks, I actually don't mind my curve being kind of high. I have removal, I have big guys, so, I mean, after I remove some guys, I have to have a way to win, and Ruination Worm seems like as good as any. Okay, now we're talking. This pack, again, apparently whoever's shuffling these packs up is all over the board, because Adaphage I may take. Slaughterhorn is very good, and I'd be very happy to run an Ember Beast. Probably don't want a third Ruination Worm, although I would play it at this point. I of course drafted this guy the other day. He's actually, if you get the Giant Adaphage down and you swing and hit, you hit one time with the Giant Adaphage, you pretty much win. Would this wheel is the question. There's so many good cards in this pack. I mean, I'd probably be better off taking a 2 or 3 drop. I'd probably be better off with the Slaughterhorn and an Ember Beast, although Ember Beast isn't as good when I don't have that many creatures. Slaughterhorn's probably the best pick here, but we're going to take a Giant Adaphage. Oh, alright. Well, good cards keep rolling through here. Of note, that Ripscale Predator earlier did not wheel. But look at these cards. A Sky Knight Legionnaire, so no one wants this out of Boreos. Maybe they opened a bomb or something. Guildmage, Confessor, another Pit Fight, which, again, I love Pit Fight, but I got 9 creatures. I have to pick up a creature here, and it's almost certainly going to be the Slaughterhorn that I've passed several times. It's green for my Ivy Lane Denizen, which isn't enough to make it the pick automatically, but Ripscale Predator is a 6-drop. I already have 2 of those, a 7-drop, and 2 5-drops. So Slaughterhorn's going to be the pick. I would love to have the 3rd Pit Fight, but not with 9 creatures. I need to beef up my creature total here. And I will play 3 Xertos Wine. Guildgate would be fine too, but again, trying to beef up my creatures a little bit here. Okay. You know, sometimes I'm in these drafts and it just feels like, okay, I'm reading signals poorly, or I'm reading them right and then things just completely change. So I don't know if it's people are trying to stay open and then they're switching, you know, pack 2 or what. But Ember Beast, Massive Raid, Croconura. All 3 are sick cards. I mean, Massive Raid's not sick, especially with no creatures, but Ember Beast and Croconura are both very good. Being that we are pretty defensive until we get to these 5 and 6 and 7 drops, Croconura is a more defensive card than an Ember Beast, and that's what we're going to take. And I love Gruul Charm. I've said it before. If you haven't watched my other videos, go check them out. What the hell, right? You're watching Magic videos anyway. If you're enjoying stuff, rate, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'm having fun doing these videos, so hopefully you're enjoying watching them. But Gruul Charm is very good for Gruul. You can get rid of flyers, which give you trouble, or you can make all your ground guys pretty much unblockable except by flyers, so it's very good. I'm going to take it happily. Further proof that Simic is pretty much wide open. That's a very late Drakewing Crisis. That card is very good, but there's luckily 1 card for us in here, and I'll play the Scorchwalker. No problem. These cards I don't want to play. I'd rather this be a Verdant Haven because I don't need mana fixing. Like, I don't need color fixing. Verdant Haven at least ramps you a little bit. So I kind of wish I had picked up a Verdant Haven now. I didn't know, of course, I was going to get a Giant Adaphage and several Xertos Wine. For this pack, I mean, I guess I'll take the Prism. It's playable if I have to. I'd rather have the Spire Tracer than the Foundry Street Denizen. And I guess I'm going to play 3 Ruination Worms, so I might play 18 land. Let's see how... Oh my... What? 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 I mean, I'm just... What? How does that get there? Alright, well I guess I'm playing 3 Pit Fights. Take the shiny Structural Collapse. So again, I mean, for Pit Fight. Alright. My video cut out there. I just got too big right at the end. What I was just saying is, you know, I'm not really sure how Pit Fight gets that late because all you need is red or green. Someone's got to be playing one of those colors, right? Anyways, these, obviously that's a Guild Gate. These are the 22 I want to play. Greenside Watcher, while not amazing with 1 gate, might help ramp me a little bit into some of these guys. Like I said, I wish I'd picked up a Verdant Haven now, but at the time I didn't know. A Gruul Key Rune will help ramp me a little bit. This will help maybe a tiny bit. I don't need to play the Prism. I don't need my shiny rare draft here. I realize a lot of people hate rare drafting, but it was that or a Madcap Skills, which is a card I like a lot, but not with... At the time, I think I had like 6 creatures or something. So I'll take the guaranteed tickets. If there was something in there for me that wasn't worth money, but was awesome for my deck, or at least, you know, unless there was like a $20 card or something, I would take it to make my deck better. But if it's a rare draft for $3.50 or $4, or take a card that's not that good for my deck, I'm in a rare draft, and I don't apologize for it. Okay, regarding this deck, I might just run 18 lands here because I do have to. I mean, geez, I think even with a Gruul Key Rune, I think I have to run 18 lands. I have 3 5-drops, 3 6-drops, and a 7-drop. Yeesh, that's a big curve. Make sure I'm not missing anything I want to play. I don't want to play Merfolk of the Depths. Don't want to play Mark for Death. I guess maybe if he has some sort of balmy Simic Manipulator or something, I guess maybe I play that, Sighted In. Not going to run a forced adaptation. Glad I didn't have to. Burst of Strength I like, but I have enough removal and stuff. It's not amazing, and I think I'd rather have the 18th land. And other than that, I mean, I could run a Spire Tracer, but again, I don't think that I need to run that to get there. So, let's see what we got. Very much green. Very much green. I guess I purposely picked green cards because of the Ivy Lane Denizen, but I don't know, this deck feels like it's definitely slow, but the power level's, I mean, very high. If I get up to my 5 and 6 drops, as long as I'm not dead, I should win, I think. As long as I don't lose, I should win, is what I'm trying to say. And an Active Treason, actually that's not that good. I guess it's fine in this deck if I'm trying to get through a giant Adaphage, or I'm trying to get through one of my big guys. I can clear their board a little bit, I guess. It doesn't seem amazing in this deck, but I still like it better than a Spire Tracer or a Burst of Strength. Anyways. So 8 individual greens versus 3 individual reds, so I'm not going to offset it by that much. With a Key Rune and a Guild Gate, that's probably okay. I don't really want to go 6. That might come back to... Oops, I guess I have to actually add them. That might come back to bite me in the ass. Oh. They suggest 17 lands even if I give them an incomplete deck. So... 9 and 7. Oh, look, they're right here. Do I want to play 10-7 or 9-8? I guess Scorchwalker's double red here. Alright, that's what we're going to do. That may or may not be right, but wish us luck. Let's go see what happens in round 1.